Hi, I'm Lemonation. I play support on Cloud9, and today I'm going to show you how to play Annie. At the very beginning of the game, right away, you should have Annie level W and spam it once in the base so she gets her mana back. Immediately buy items and leave. You don't have to charge more than once in lane. You'll have enough mana to charge the rest of them all the way to get her stun up. You want to charge it just off cooldown as much as possible. And since Annie is such a strong level 1 champion, you kind of want to ping your teammates to follow you and invade. So as I'm doing here, I'm pinging into their red buff, charging my W and running in there. And I'm trying to find someone and hopefully get an early kill if possible. If not possible, I'll just go in there, I'll ward the red on the greens and back out. I don't find anyone here. I just put the ward, I back out, I go B. Now on Annie, I actually used the stun earlier, so I don't have it charged. So I do cast W on blue, but if your stun is still up, do not use it. You want your stun to be up for lane, you don't want to use it just to leash blue and help him out. So only use auto attacks to help him leash blue there. Now after that, I just walk to lane, and once you get to lane, you immediately want to either start attacking creeps to push, or attacking them constantly. Pushing the lane at level 1 is extremely important, since it gets you to level 2. And as you can see, I'm either constantly attacking or trying to get auto attacks on them. He pinks this bush, and I notice that, and I'm attempting to get an opportunity so I can pink it without them having control of the bush and killing my pink. Now I'm constantly just auto attacking creeps, trying to get auto attacks off on them. And they're doing the same here, and as we'll see here in a second, there will be a battle. We're starting to get the creep advantage here, and Thresh notices this too late and is out of position. So I do the stun on him, I was saving that for a good opportunity, and we actually get first blood, and then I can clear the pink here. If you ever do get a kill in lane like that, you want to push the lane to tower, since it's already going to be pushing anyway. So I use my W to get all of the creeps here, start pushing, and then I use my pink in the bush to start zoning Caitlyn. It's very important, if you're in a situation like this where it's 2 versus 1, to make sure she doesn't get as many creeps at all. And she did get that one creep, which was a mistake. I should have been more aggressive. I think I was a bit worried of the jungler coming, but now I see him mid. So I can just stand in front of creeps, make sure they don't get anything. We're just going to push this to tower and B. We should have an item advantage after we push this tower and get some items, so we got first blood. And we will try to snowball that as much as possible. Okay, I get back into lane, and I know I'm safe to go deep into their jungle with the Sightstone. And I know Aatrox is planning to camp bot, because Aatrox is a very early game ganker, and he sees us snowballing. So I go as deep as possible, try to get wards into their jungle as far as possible. So I ward here, I ward those 2 spots, which covers this whole area very well and very deep, so we can push tower very aggressively. I actually walk the dangerous way here and take half my HP for no reason. And under tower, Annie is very good at actually auto-attacking, since her range is so long and her auto-attack moves so slowly that you can throw an auto-attack and back off. Now, Aatrox actually comes through this way, through this ward, and we noticed him far too late to get away, so I was actually just trying to stay and get a kill off. I had the deep wards this side, but I didn't have deep wards down there, since the ward was too shallow. Ideally, we'd have a ward below mid, from mid, to cover every possible area, but since we didn't, we were far too overextended, and that was a mistake. When you're winning bot lane as hard as we were, and we're actually a lot stronger than enemy bot lane, you want to look for good opportunities to do Dragon. So I B'd, I actually bought a pink, and then I called my team to go Dragon. I saw that both mid lanes were kind of like at half HP, so I'm not too worried about them coming and messing with Dragon. So I just come, I pink it, and I call over Nocturne to come. So Corki and Nocturne are gonna both come on their way. I'm getting wards in this bush around it. I have a pink on it. And we also have a ward above, right below mid from, I don't remember who, either me or Batu mid. So here, it should be basically free. We're much stronger than them. As a support, you want to tank Dragon, usually at the very beginning, until you're about half or lower HP. This is because if your jungler or your AD carry tanks it, they lose a lot of damage because it slows their attack speed. So the support tanking it means you do it a lot faster. So always tank the Dragon as much as possible if you're a support player. Now, Annie is a high CC playmaking support. So after laning phase, you generally want to buy boots, ideally mobility boots, and try to make plays for your other lanes anywhere possible. Now I only have boots, but Hai is very overextended here, trying to kill our low mid lane. So I'm coming through and trying to catch him. Nocturne is coming behind to cut him off as well, so he should have no way to get out. I know that he's probably going to run this way, since it's his best opportunity to get out if he can outrun me, but I actually managed to barely get the stun off. He gets very low. Midos is trying to save him, trying to stop Ninjakin, but Ninjakin actually managed to get his CC off, and we do get the kill. Now I'm just wandering around, trying to get wards and trying to make plays. So I'm clearing their wards, and they just got mid-turn. There's a lot of people around here, so I'm going to try to come up here and force a fight. I'm worried about him in here, so I see him leave though. And now I only have 2 stuns up, so first I spam my Q to get it to 3. And then I spam my W to get the stun up. And then I do the bear on top of Hai and Trapanya there. The bear does a lot of damage, it stuns those two. They're kind of going on me, they ignited me, Haku is trying to kill me. But Ninjakin and Dickmith are coming, and Corki is coming up here to clean up. So we kind of have them caught all around here, and we should be able to clean up all of them. Haku is just trying to finish me off. I get the flash over the wall. You want to make sure you're right up against the wall and flash over. And they managed just to clean that up. I believe one of them got away over here. We're just going to do Dragon. I'm clearing the ward. I've got nothing else to do. Oh, we decide we can actually do Baron. But I guess there's too much distraction. We definitely could have done Baron if we were all on the same point together. Jax, Corki, and Nocturne both do it very, very well, and I have my bear up, which actually does quite a bit of damage to Baron. On Annie, early game, you want to be focusing first on trying to make a play early game, since Annie is probably the strongest level 1 champion in the game with her AoE stun. So you want to get your teammates to come with you, try to get vision in their jungle, or try to get a catch. After that, you want to use your extremely long range and high damaging auto attacks in lane to harass them down, and save your stun to force a fight if they ever try to go on you, or if you ever catch one of them out of position. She's extremely strong in lane, and you can use her very high damage and high range to dominate basically any lane. Annie mid-game basically wants to take control of the map. You want to wander around like any other playmaking support, deny all of their vision, and make plays with your strongest champions, the strongest players on your team. Whoever's the most fed, you can go around, stun the enemy player, and usually get a kill for their lane, if it's mid, top, your AD carry, wherever. Now for late game, Annie is basically the initiation support. She has a long range AoE stun. You want to use flash with this to initiate onto their most fed carry almost all of the time. 99% of the time you just want to flash, stun their most fed enemy player. This is Lemonation. I hope you enjoyed the Annie guide. If you want to learn more, head over to cloud9.gg for the written guide, sponsored by ASUS.
Here's your chance to game with your favorite player from Cloud9 or Team Solomid, and win prizes sponsored from ASUS. Go to GameOnIncredible.com and enter today.